This is the quality content people subscribe for.
Yes.
Hello everyone and welcome to All Out Pummeling. I'm JP, coach of the Toricats, and once again I'm joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Joe, the coach of the Kroc and Croconauts, and they call me Kroc.
And I am Leafyboi, coach of the Luton Town Leafyons, aka BK.
That's the one. And my god, what a round this one was. It was like everyone put the guns on, there was sparks flying every single game. There's something to talk about in all of them today, which is very good. And quite a few have done some train changes as well. We can go through those after the games as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Should we get into it early for once? Just go straight.
Yeah. Is there any pre-match business we have to attend to?
No, we did that. That's why we were late.
Well, so you went to the Pokémon Center, right, in London that opened up.
we were going to go, but on the day of opening there was a 9-hour queue to get in.
Really?
Yep. And
that's insane.
Yeah, so we were like, maybe not. Maybe we won't spend 9 hours.
Skip today.
For no reason. Yeah. And then the following day, the Sunday, they were only open from 12 till 6. Whereas the previous day, they were open from like 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. So by the time they opened the doors at 12 p.m., they had to tell a hell of a lot of people in the queue to just go home because they already had more than 6 hours worth of customers in the queue.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah. And now they've changed the operating hours, so they're open like 8 till 6 every day or something, or 10 till 6 every day, as opposed to being open 8 till 10, just because they just haven't got enough stock. They were running out of stock every day.
Yeah, they've got to last until Sword and Shield comes out, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, I think so. There's the demo in there. There's a demo in there you can go and play. It's a 10-minute demo. So if you got to think, people that are going in, they're letting them in groups. Mm-hmm. They have, say, 10-20 minutes to go around the shop and then 10 minutes to play a demo.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't setting a time limit to get them out by, so... it was...
I feel like they kind of need to when you got that many people.
Yeah. When they had to... You were only allowed to buy one of each type of item to start off with, so you couldn't go in and buy, like, 10 Totodiles or whatever, because you clean them out. But then, because they were still running out of stock, they then had to say people weren't allowed to buy more than 6 items total. So you
couldn't buy all the evolutions if you wanted to.
No. So you'd have to you had to go, and the thing is, you had to get like if you were going, you kind of had to get the exclusive Pikachu, the exclusive Mewtwo, and like the exclusive pin. Simply because they were the unique cool things, and they're the things that if you wanted to sell on, they'll get a 20% markup or 20 times markup.
Yeah.
So
that's fair enough.
Yeah. So we didn't bother in the end. We just we did some other stuff. But just a word of warning of anybody who's thinking of going. Yeah,
might give it a try when it calms down a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not going to be open.
It's going to be open until the 14th, I think, of November.
14th of November. Okay.
Yeah, because it closes the day that's, or like the day before Sword and Shield comes out on the 15th.
But they are now worried that they will run out of stock entirely of everything before that date, simply because they can't even restock. They were running out of stuff on the shelves.
They were so appetite for it in the Galar region.
Because the thing is, there's no other Pokemon centers in the whole of Europe. So there are people coming over from all parts of the continent coming to London for this. So they're queuing up just for this. And it's there's like thousands of people in the queue, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you go to the Pokemon centers in Japan and you can just walk in, look around, buy things. You can buy as much stuff as you want. There's no restrictions.
Yeah, well, it's supply and demand, isn't it? They're open the whole time, so yeah. Bonkers.
Well, hopefully if you do want to go, you can still get there before they sell out.
Or, you can get up at 5 in the morning and queue for 8 hours and hope you're at the front of the queue.
Or you can go take a picture of it.
Oh my god.
Cool. All right, well, should we get into the games then?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. So our first game is gonna be Kit versus Jingle Matt.
Oh.
Nice little jingle there. Right. This
is a painful game.
This
Where?
game is exactly what we mean by when you're prepping your team. Do you have something to kill the Mega Venus?
Yeah.
We said it last
Because if
week.
you don't, ooh,
Stay in
boy.
there.
Yeah. You're
Not
gonna,
moving.
it could be in for a bad time.
Yeah. Well, should we get ourselves ready for a bad time and head on in?
This is one of the sort of games that you need to see it to.
So, before we go in, looking at the 3 that Matt has brought, do you think any of those can kill a Mega Venusaur?
Sizzle, maybe.
Sizzle after some Swords Dances
Yeah.
is the only
Yeah.
thing I can think of. Scissor, Swords Dance, Aerial Ace is the way to go.
Yeah. And then even if Sizzle goes down, then at least you can hopefully get low enough that you can KO with Kroc.
Something
or
else.
Yeah,
Swamp Herb.
Crocodile,
They'll be
Earthquake or something, 'cause
fast
that'll
enough
still
so
be
it can't
unique,
synthesis. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, so that's the win condition we're looking
Yeah.
for Matt.
As we said last time, that's your win condition. Kill that thing.
Yep.
Kill that thing with that Sizzle. Right, let's get into it then. 3, 2, 1.
So the Venusaur hits the field.
And that is where it will stay.
yeah.
So it goes into
Mega
Kroc.
Evolve.
That's fine. Goes into Sizzle. What's he gonna eat? Eat Elite Seed. Okay, that's unfortunate. Because it means that if he does Sword Stance, he's going to be losing health the whole time. But there is the Hidden Power Fire, and with the Elite Seed... Oh, before
Doesn't
that...
care about a bug buzz.
Yeah, so Bug...
So Bug
Buzz.
Buzz. Not the
Buzz?
best choice here. It's
Yeah.
a special move, meaning it's coming off of the Mega Sizzle's special attack stat, which is frankly terrible, where it's got a huge physical attack stat. So you wanted to use either an X Scissor or a Bug Bite. Those are the sort of moves you wanted to go for.
U-turn.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
even U-turn.
Yeah.
And then
So-
same thing's happened again. Swampurt's been leached.
Yeah. Interestingly, this Venusaur didn't actually have a grass move other than Leech Seed, I don't think.
It
so
did not.
Leech Seed was its only grass move. So you would look at
Maybe,
this and think,
yeah.
oh, well, he's got a Swampert and a Crocodile, both weak to grass type. But no, the Leech Seed does enough. Leech Seed does enough.
Leech Seed and Poison and chipping away with even a resisted Sludge Bomb.
Yeah, so
They can't get through the
It's still
Venusaur.
seeded, he's still poisoned, so
Yeah.
recovering.
There it goes, and it's up to Kroc to do 80% of the Venusaur's health.
Have you got
That's
Zed flying?
all the Sizzle and the Swampert have managed to do after Leech Seed.
Oh, he misses the leech seed. Here's your chance. Zed flying.
Yes. Zed flying, let's go. Oh, it's good. It's crunch.
Unfortunately.
I guess, Crunch.
Oh,
Defense.
the nail in the coffin. You got no chance. That was like dangling victory in front of you and then taking it away at the last moment.
Waited until the last moment to reveal the synthesis.
This
Did
wasn't
we,
even his
did we
final
notice
form.
on turn 12 Crocodile's item kicking in? Its Quick Claw
it's
lets
just
it
coming
move
now.
first.
Yeah, that's just coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's...
that was maybe not the best item to have on a Crocodile. It's already fairly fast.
Yeah, especially if you give it Dragon Dance, which boosts its speed.
Yeah.
Perhaps like a Life Orb here, and you've probably done enough damage to the Venusaur to knock it out.
Yeah, or a Z move, a big powerful Z move to
Yep.
try and smack through a Venusaur. That's another
Yeah.
good way to try and kill.
Yeah.
A big wall is just to overwhelm it with one huge attack.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
if you can only get like maybe 80% of his health, 75% health, that's can be enough. Like to do something.
Yeah, so maybe the game plan is send in Sizzle. If you're expecting to get like one shot by Hidden Power Fire or something, then you hit them with the X Sizzle or Bug Bite or whatever, or even U-turn. That will get enough chip off that you can send in your Zmon and then potentially do the rest of the damage with that.
Yeah, so that
Yes,
even if it
indeed.
does reveal synthesis like earlier, then you know, okay, it's got synthesis, it's going to use it at some point, like if it gets too low. So can I kill it with this one hit so it doesn't even get a chance to do it? That's what you've got to try to work out.
Yeah. So that was a Mega Venusaur sweep there from
That
turn one.
is, yeah.
How do you sweep when you've got synthesis and leech seed? You're too gross.
Very slowly.
Very
Yeah. It just comes back to
sweep you've ever
you have
seen.
to identify how you win and how you lose in a game, and you lose by not being able to kill a Mega Venusaur. If you can't do at least like 60 to 70% with a hit, because you got leech seed is what, 12% healing, plus 50% from the synthesis. So let's assume you have to do at least 62% damage or 63% damage to even be able to give it any trouble.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, well played by Kit identifying the best mon to use for the situation and exploiting it to full use.
Absolutely smashed him.
Yeah. Mega Venusaur is definitely up there for best megas.
I think
Top
it's
three.
probably been one of our best performing megas for sure.
Yeah.
It's just horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Pretty sure it's the same on like OU ladder and stuff as well, isn't it? That Venusaur's usage stat is just right up there because it's just so solid.
Yeah.
It is rock solid.
An immovable wall almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Game 2.
Game 2.
Game 2 is going to be Ben versus Sebastian.
Now, a bit of an addendum to this one.
Okay.
It is a 120 turn slogfest, ending in PP out and literally struggling to death.
But it was so close.
And you would think, for the first 20 turns, it's probably about to be over.
So what we are going to do is we're going to play the first 20 or so turns, and then when it starts to go into a tank loop, we're probably going to stop it there. We're going to highlight one important turn later on, but other than that, what you'll see is probably JP just whipping through the footage like at faster than even the new hyper fast speed that that a replay has.
Yeah, we were contemplating trying to play the whole match on hyperfast, but it takes too long.
It would still take about 10-ish minutes plus just to get through it playing.
For a 3v3 match, how does this even happen?
100 turns of nothing, of just being looped over and over.
I will say though, the longest game I've bear witness to, it was posted on Reddit, it was like over 800 turns.
How?
It was just some story stuff. I think there was a Shedinja involved as well, and it was like, it was a whole lot of protecting, subbing, switching into immunities and whatnot. Regenerator, I think, played a part as well.
Something to remember when games are going on this long, if you know you have no shot at winning,
please
maybe stop clicking the recovery move.
For the love of God.
Unless
it's the grand final.
Admittedly here,
both of them still had a
Ben
shot.
still had a chance because it came down to who had the most PP of everything going on. But there are some times where if you prolong a game just for the sake of prolonging a game, everyone's got shit they'd rather be doing.
No one's a 2-hour match.
People might be going out. People might want to go for dinner. Either way,
that means we've got to skip half your game on the coverage.
Well, on the other hand, if you're both having an absolute whale of a time, carry on clicking protect and wish and substitute and struggle over and over.
It gives us a great game to talk about. I guess just to highlight a couple of the things that to look out for in this game. So status plays an important part in this game on both sides. Aside from the Hydreigon, Seb doesn't really have much for killing the Vaporeon, other than like toxicing it or something. The Raikou, matches up nicely against the Primarina, and the Garchomp should be faster than the Hydreigon if it's not Mega.
So this is a choice scarfed Garchomp, I can tell you going into this.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Garchomp was a new addition to his team, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. It replaced the Mega Tyranitar.
That's the one, yeah. big hitty boy.
Mhm.
Cool. Right, shall we get into it then? Are we all on slow?
Yep.
Yep. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, good luck to you, Ben. Strong lineup.
Means nothing for a pleb like me.
Turn 1. Outrage.
Bow!
Oh, into the sash though. That's nice. Can he get the KO back?
Nice.
And he does with the
Drops
Draco
the
Meteor.
Draco.
That was
That was
I
well
was like,
played.
yeah. Oh, no. All of our plans.
Oh, imagine if he had the focus sash as well. The double focus sash.
Ooh, but here we go. Jirachi gets burnt. Turn
2.
Yeah.
Scold burn.
So this is
Now,
nice.
that means
Yo, so you're gonna say?
the physical Jirachi is now going to be doing half damage, or it has its attack stack halved by being burnt.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Any
I think we
damage it's
see
gonna
this
do-
has
Yeah, that did nothing to Vaporeon.
7%.
Also nice for Ben because Jirachi obviously is steel type. You can't be toxic. You probably don't want to paralyze Jirachi. You want to try and get some residual damage off.
I mean,
you see, it's not
paralysis wouldn't be
leftovers.
Yeah.
So that's. Oh, actually no. Sorry,
But it's got leftovers.
So yeah. So
The
it helps
burn's
to
probably
neutralise
the
that.
best he could hope for out
Yes.
of the,
Definitely.
But
Yeah, it gets a
it's-
physical one for 100%.
But it's got sub wish.
Yeah, we've seen Sub Wish
Body slam.
Body Slam. I can't remember what the fourth move is, or if we see it.
We probably
we definitely do see it,
because they have to struggle.
Oh yeah, they have to. Yeah, they have to use all of their different moves, don't they?
All right, we'll find
See-
out in due course.
Yeah.
These turns are a little bit of a hint of what happens. So
Yeah.
you
This is the
see-
prelude.
We had,
This
we
is
had
the
the
spoilers.
explosive start. Like, it's going pretty well. That explosive starts, a couple things doing, some status gets thrown out.
I feel like this is a moment of self-discovery for both of them. They experience it for the first time. Like, what do we do? This is just going to keep going.
How do we break this time loop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of
Games
times it
like
does break.
this
Oh,
do make you a better player because
Yeah.
you have to think ahead and you have to think, okay,
yeah.
what's going to happen in 10 turns from now? Like, how do I win this? How do I break through this on the fly? Or how do I get past this?
Yes.
And
So
you see
just
there,
importantly
the cogs
on
are turning. Oh yeah.
on turn 10 there, the Vaporeon got paralyzed by the Body Slam, which means it can no longer be hit by any other status move. So Toxic's out the window, Burns out the window. So
Toxic is the one you'd want in this, in most situations.
yeah, bulky things that are
Vaporeon.
hard to kill, you ideally want a Toxic if you can. Gets the Toxic off on the Raikou, so we do actually see that Seb does have Toxic on one
Big
of his
top
ones.
switch.
The Life Orb Raikou, almost killing it.
Yes. But now, in this situation, the Primarina has nothing, can't status the Vaporeon, so it would have to kill it.
Yeah.
But it's scared out there because obviously Vaporeon's on full HP and can probably...
Yes, that's a good point. If this Vaporeon wasn't paralyzed, it could have been toxic by that Primarina, and that would have put a huge clock on this game.
Yes.
But that's the thing with Jirachi, because its ability Serene Grace doubles the chance of secondary effects happening. It's going to be
Yeah, it gives Body
paralyzed
Slam
more than not. But Body
60%
Slam has,
chance.
yeah, so it's more likely to get paralyzed than not, which is very good, but in this situation works against him.
Yes.
So
as
here
we'll
we see Ben clicking Signal Beam to hit the Jirachi. I think if he had clicked Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch, it would have done more damage because of stab.
Yeah, Volt Switch could have been nice, just so you don't take the toxic damage at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
And still get good stab damage out as well.
Yeah.
Whereas the Calm Minding while you're toxic is a risky thing because you're now just taking normal damage.
Yeah, you should only ever start boosting if you know that you can kill a thing, at the end of it. So you'll probably die for doing it, but if you can take something down with you, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Especially
Or the
when
other way around.
Jirachi's...
Start boosting if you know that they can't kill you. Because then you go, well, if he can't kill me without a Calm Mind, he definitely can't kill me with 4 Calm Minds.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep clicking Calm Mind and kill him.
Yes.
Especially when Jirachi's behind a sub, like
Yeah.
you can't, unless you've got Infiltrator,
Yeah.
like you can't kill someone, or it's a sound move, I believe. You can't kill someone through a
sound
sub.
moves also go through substitute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infiltrator and sound moves. Also Whirlwind.
Yeah, so
also
Raw,
goes through it.
Whirlwind, and then like Hyper Voice.
Yes. Yeah, so
Bug Buzz.
does Bug
Yeah.
Buzz go through it? Oh,
Yeah.
does it sound-
Yeah, it's a sound.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So are we going to
Yeah.
pause this?
Well, I'm just thinking, just to set the tone. I mean, you can probably see what's going on here. So, Jirachi, obviously, because it's got the Serene Grace ability, or we actually haven't seen the last move now, so it's got Body Slam and Iron Head. It's 2 attacking moves, and the rest is
Yep.
defensive.
Neither of which do even 10% to a Vaporeon.
Yes. And the Iron Head has an increased chance to flinch. So normally the cheese with Jirachi is that you send it out against something, you paralyze it with the Body Slam, or like Thunder Wave or whatever, and then you Iron Head flinch things to death. So they've got a 50% chance or whatever chance it is to be fully paralyzed, and if they're not fully paralyzed,
chance.
sorry, okay, so 25% chance to get fully paralyzed, and if they're not fully paralyzed, there's also a chance for them to be flinched, like 60%.
60% chance.
60%,
which
So
means
it's para flinching them to death, essentially.
Yeah. You're more likely to not get a turn than you are to get a turn.
Yes.
So it's like it's
Well,
pretty horrible.
Jirachi's good. It's it's the best Serene Grace user.
That and Togekiss.
That and Togekiss. Yeah, Jirachi's got a better typing, I'd say.
Don't forget Dunsparce. Ooh.
Yeah.
My boy Duns.
Oh, actually, I guess there is in Ubers. There's Shaman Skyform. That's Serene Grace.
Oh,
isn't
it's like
it?
a Serene Grace.
Yeah. That's why that's super fucking good.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't actually know.
Yeah, it's Ubers. We don't look at it.
Yeah.
So how this ends up working in Ben's favour is when you've got long stalling games like this, PP comes into play. So PP is how many times you can use a particular move, and because he's getting paralysed and flinched, he actually isn't needing to use any moves. He's not taking enough damage for it to really matter. So he's actually saving on PP while Seb is having to use more PP to sort of get the same thing accomplished.
However, you can see if you hover over it that Body Slam's got 20. Body Slam's got 24. Iron Head's got 24. Wish and Sub both have 16. Whereas the Vaporeon, Toxic, Wish, and Protect both have 16, and Scald has 24. So the Jirachi, even with the paralysis, Jirachi is still got to have a lot, 8 paralysis before they're even equal in amount that could be used.
But he gets them. He gets a lot of them.
Well, he's also got another month as well.
Yeah, that is
like,
the other
there
issue.
is that.
If that Primarina was dead, I think Ben might have won this.
Because
once he hit the struggle points.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if Seb really wanted to, he can just swap between his 2 mons and not waste any PP in the process.
That is true.
Yeah.
I also like special attack drop, so the scolds are doing even less. Just to add insult to injury.
Suited Vaporeon for sure.
Should we skip ahead a bit then?
Yes. So what was the turn you wanted to highlight?
I'm going to pause, go to turn 70.
Okay.
Because it gives us a bit of a lead up into it.
Okay, ready to resume when you are.
Yep.
And as you can see, the Vaporeon is still pretty healthy.
Still alive.
He's still pretty healthy. But this is a slight change. Something happens here, and the game almost could have been resolved. So
the cycle is
Could
broken.
have been resolved.
yeah, the cycle is broken, but then it resumes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. So Vaporeon gets hit by a Moonblast, and we see the full paralysis coming from Vaporeon. Vaporeon moves second that turn, because he was obviously trying to use probably Wish, but then it's fully paralyzed instantly, which means that it tries to use Protect. Goes down to 1% HP. 1%. Right, pause here. So, okay. Just at the start of turn 72, Jirachi comes out and the Primarina gets switched out. A lot of things are probably going on in their minds at the moment, because first of all,
They've had 50 turns of this.
You've had 50 turns of this, yeah. It's been going on a long time. Chance of victory is presented to Seb with a Vaporeon on 1% HP. Primarina is faster, but it's toxic, so it's going to take more damage. So I'm just going to go back to turn 71 and just play it back to where just before Krusty switches out. Okay. So what is it after this bit? Sorry.
You can see just as it switches
so
out,
it takes
if you hover over
24% from the toxic, which means on the next turn it's going to take 31%. It's currently on 35% health, so the Primarina will drop to 4% from the toxic, but will still manage to kill Vaporeon.
Yeah, so you can see
even if it gets off a Protect.
Yeah, it would have lived the next bout of toxic. So even if it protected, it could have fired off a thing, and then it would have been really, really unlucky for the double Protect there.
Yeah.
And in fact, we had 3 fully paralyzed from
In a row.
Vaporeon in a row.
So
Like, the
actually,
only-
you would have sealed the deal.
Would have
if you
sealed the
would've known if the
Well,
paralysis
the worst
came.
thing that could happen is like if it like missed and Vaporeon hit a Scald, like it would have done 14%. Or
Well, this
whatever, but
point. Oh no, he does still have 3 Scalds left. So at that point, yeah, then Primarina would have gone
like
down.
it was yeah.
There was a
but
risk.
There was a risk.
There
but
was
at
a
this
risk.
point.
Yeah.
If you put your opponent in a situation where they've got to land 3 protects in a row, yeah.
Hard enough to
They had
shoot.
to.
Yeah.
He would have had to.
miss.
Yeah, you would have had to stall out.
Would have needed a
with,
Moonblast to
Yeah.
miss, and then hit with a Scald to kill after one. So he'd have to protect,
Yeah.
then get missed, and then use Scald.
Actually,
to kill.
Moonblast is 100% accurate.
Yeah,
so,
so-
yeah, sorry, he couldn't
Okay.
miss. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
So there we go.
I thought it was less than 100%.
It was
but yeah.
doomed to begin with.
So yeah,
That could have
Yeah.
ended this.
it could have been over, but unfortunately, it carries on, and eventually it ends with the Vaporeon having to struggle himself to death.
Yeah.
So what turn are we going to next,
113 is when Vaporeon.
Okay, let's go to turn 113.
Okay.
And shall we resume? See here at turn 113.
Yeah.
Vaporeon on 100%. Perfectly fine.
Jirachi,
Everything's
no.
going okay.
And Primarina's still alive.
If we hover over it, we can
yeah.
see Vaporeon has no moves left on
Yeah.
any of its moves, no PP left,
Yeah.
which means that the only thing it can do is struggle. And struggle has, was it base power like 30 or 40, but has recoil of like 300%. It's
Yeah.
not though, is it? You take
It's-
so much
I thought
damage.
it was like, no, I meant quarter of your HP, isn't it? Like that?
Yes, a quarter of your hate. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's 50% power, or 50 base power even.
50 base power, stronger
And-
than tackle.
Yeah, and the user takes a quarter of its max HP as recall, regardless of how much damage they did.
Yeah. It's also
Okay.
typeless
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, it's a question mark type,
Yeah.
which is weird. So you
Very
can hit ghost types with it, and it's not super effective. Immune to anything. Yeah, it's weird.
That's the,
but, hey.
I think the weird thing is like, it's not like so it still shows up as normal type, but it doesn't deal normal type damage. I think that's how they made
Yeah.
it work. Like yeah.
I don't even know how it scales off of. Does it scale off attack, physical attack, or special? I have no idea.
Fuck knows.
I mean, if you're struggling at that point, you pretty much
You're
that mob's
really
going
struggling.
down.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing for me here is that you got to wonder, like, how on earth, this Vaporeon's got to be dead meat now because obviously it's got no moves. Jirachi still has 3 PP left. It's got 2 substitutes and 1 body slam. So, and he's behind a sub at the moment. So it's like, well, Vaporeon clearly is not going to be able to do enough before Jirachi goes down. But we see that's not quite the
I was
case.
gonna say, unless.
So should we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. There he goes. He's got
No moves left.
no attacking moves left.
Oh, 25% recoil.
Mm-hmm. You think, oh, yeah, this is a done deal now. You wouldn't think there's another 6 turns. Oh, there's the
Fully
first
paralyzed.
But
Nice.
there's the para.
Yeah,
So he doesn't take the damage.
in the chat, you're all out of moves now. Ben's just like, oh no.
So at this moment he wants to get fully paralyzed.
Yeah.
To not be able to move.
And these struggles aren't doing any damage to this
Absolute
substitute, pretty much.
Yeah.
But hey, the
You
Jirachi
see, the
is going to
Jirachi
take more
does have
damage
no- yeah.
behind the sub now. The Vaporeon doesn't even need to break the sub, which is absolutely brilliant.
After this giant slog, he actually wants his Vaporeon to struggle.
Yeah.
So Jirachi kills itself, and then Primarina dies to Toxic if he can get a protect off. That
Yeah,
is-
so
Well,
it means
no,
the full
even-
paralysis.
Yeah.
A struggle from Vaporeon will kill a 2%.
But he'll probably die to Moonblast, I think.
True. I
Yeah,
mean, what was
Pri-
Moonblast doing? Like
Primarina-
30
yeah.
odd percent?
I'm not sure actually. Primarina still has 8 of them left, so if I can,
Yeah.
if I can just scroll back up quick.
Yeah, you find out the damage on the Moonblast. Because we're coming in the end of it now. Turn 119.
30. So in terms of it did 36%.
And the Jirachi goes down.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's 1v1. 100 turns later.
This could be it.
Literally 100 turns later. And there he goes.
Yeah.
So how much was the Moonblast doing?
It was 36%.
So
36%.
if there were 2 more paralyses from fully
Paralyzed.
full paralysis from the Vaporeon, it would be on, say,
Enough
75% health, which would have been enough to live the Moonblast and then kill it back with a struggle for lethal to win the game. Like, that was
absolutely insane. I've seen nothing like it. That's incredible.
The fact that he got paralyzed so early on, and yet it almost won him the game.
Yeah.
The double-edged sword of paralyzing a tank. This is why you see in a lot of pro games when their tank gets paralyzed, they're like, oh, great.
Yes, can't get toxic.
Yeah, can't get toxic. And if it comes down to a stall game, then they're in a much more favourable position.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was
yeah. Good
a
mental
learning
fortitude.
Experience for everyone. Yeah.
Said in the chat, what a shit show. and then on the Facebook thing, you put a clown fiesta.
120 turn clown.
That it was.
I love that.
How to kill 3 mons in 2 hours.
That's so funny. And it did. It started off pretty
right out of the gates.
Yeah, the dragons whacking each other out.
Ben in chat, I wanted to die as soon as Chomp got 1 shot. So from turn 1, he was like, "Oh, kill me!"
120 times like, hurry up and kill me!
You're suffering.
Right, enough of that game.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a spicy. This is a league match
This
here.
is like a
This is a last season
flat out yellow group.
Yeah.
We've got Wev versus the whapping Waylords of ALANA. So I've got a hair attacking my nose. Right. What are the teams looking like to you?
Oh, it's that fucking Mega Venusaur again.
It's that fucking Mega Venusaur.
But we've got a gold psychic type to hit through it from ALANA. So maybe
Reuniclus is a really nice answer. Because if it's Magic Guard, it can defend against a toxic. I'm not sure. Does it block Leech Seed? Do you know what? I don't actually know.
Magic Guard, yes, it does.
It does. Oh, okay, yeah. So Reuniclus
all
is
non-damaging
counter.
direct damage is immune. It is immune to.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. And even if it wasn't, it was a regenerator. You know, it could take a few turns of Leech Seed or whatever, and then switch out, get all the health back with regenerator, go into like Breloom, which. You know,
it's immune to Leech Seed.
Yeah, immune to Leech Seed. If it's got the poison heal, then it's immune to the toxic and actually gets healed from it. So yeah, this is looking like a strong matchup.
Yeah, you got good abilities. Like any one of those can work for you. So
yeah, she's got the Tyranitar for Starmie, I guess, or there's the Starmie there for the Tyranitar. You just don't know.
And also, can it? Is it a Mega Tyranitar or is it a regular Tyranitar?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
I believe this is a Mega Tyranitar.
Yeah, so the residual damage also helps against Venusaur.
Yeah, I think that comes into play, the Sandstorm, this game, because you would think, oh, well, Starmie with a Hydro Pump might be able to knock out a regular Tyranitar, but a Mega with the special defense boost is going to eat a Hydro Pump all day. Yeah. The Breloom's just nice versus the Umbreon. The Umbreon is also a tanky bastard and is immune to the Reuniclus, so it's nice.
Breloom could also have or was it poison heal if it wasn't I mean you wouldn't use it, but it's there. Like,
I mean, I'd much rather run Technician and be able to bullet seed this Starmie to death.
It's another thing for the Venusaur to stop you. That's mainly what it was.
Yeah, with the Starmie out of the way, is a really strong position for ALANA. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Reuniclus can probably take this but then it can't get through the Umbreon. So it's sort of both teams are pretty well matched against each other here. So yeah. Shall we head
off? I can't remember. I was just thinking like knock off, Focus Blast, Psychic, and this game is all Reuniclus.
Does it get Shadow
does.
Ball?
It gets knockoff.
It does get knockoff. Oh, and it also gets Shadow Ball. Okay, yeah. Both fine moves for this situation. Cool. Right. Let's get into it then. 3, 2, 1, go. Not delighted to see the Starmie, says Alana in a worried voice.
Web hits back with a not delighted to see that team.
Team. And
Mega
it is
Evolve.
exactly the same as in the game earlier with Kit.
Running Giga Drain this time though, so
Yes.
different set.
Yep. Sees the Reuniclus is a pretty good matchup versus the Venusaur. Switches into the Starmie, not the Umbreon. That's interesting.
Oh,
Maybe
the
focus
crit!
Oh, the crit, yeah.
The Calm Mind would have really just soaked that up, but the crit ignores all stat boosts.
Yeah,
so
and that was
all
a
positive stat boosts for your opponent.
And that was a Life Orb Starmie as well, so you get an extra damage boost from that. It goes for Reflect.
The
Love it.
Reflect tech.
That is nice.
That's nice.
So can we pause there briefly?
Yeah.
I like
so
me putting up some
this-
screens.
Yeah, so I think this came up again last week, but again, screens just increases the defense on your side of the field. So Reflect is for physical defense, and
Light screen.
Light Screen is for special defense.
Yeah. So basically, you take half damage from everything while you are behind it, and an Aurora Veil does both a Reflect and a Light Screen at the same time.
Yes,
Be good.
It's pretty good. And so Reflect is not something that you usually see from like the newer players. So obviously in the match with Wev and Alana, we see it being brought out. But this is not something that Wev is normally accustomed to doing, I don't think. So this is good to see from him.
Yeah, it's good here because it lets him get off a Reflect and live the hit, and then can still go on to click a damaging move next turn. Whereas if this turn he had clicked the damaging move, he would have got some damage off and then died.
Yep.
So the other way around, he just gets an extra Reflect on his team for another 4 turns.
Yeah, I was going to say, not only helps Starmie, helps the rest of his team if it does go down. So
Yes.
it's a good play.
Cool. Right. Let's resume then. So 3, 2, 1, go. Mega Venusaur
it
comes
actually
out.
switches out.
Yeah. Maybe
so he's preserved
worried
it.
about. To be fair, I think that's good. Wait out the sandstorm, and then you can bring it in, and then if it lasts a turn, it's not going to, go down to the sandstorm.
A low health sweeper is a full health sweeper.
Yep. And did we see the? Yeah, we saw the protect from the Tyranitar as well. So actually, Tyranitar was perfectly safe against Starmie then.
Yeah, but it got roared out.
Yep.
Leech Seed against a grass type there. Was that that was maybe a mistake?
I feel that was a misplay. Yeah.
Possibly, unless it was expecting to go back into
Yeah,
Tyranitar.
could have been trying to predict a switch, but the
This power up punch is nice.
Reflector's worn
Yeah,
off.
Power Punch is
Bullet
really
Seed
nice.
still not doing very much damage against that Mega Venusaur. Is resisted, quad resisted, in fact. So.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah,
Oh,
good
and
shout
the
on the
roar.
roar there. To be fair, when I watched the game and you brought Royal Venusaur, I was like, yes, Wev.
Yeah, so when you got 2
Man.
power up punches, you're thinking, why not just roar it out? But I guess he was
Yeah.
probably seeing what it's got. If he can get
Yeah, like
good to
Breloom
understand,
does
but
not
yeah.
have any moves. It has fighting moves and it has grass moves out the wazoo, but then it has no coverage. Literally no coverage.
Yeah. Oh, going down there. I mean, at this point, you really just want Breloom to be against it, but obviously with the worry of the roar.
Big crunch.
Are you saying that? Does get knocked out by the crunch?
Could have maybe swapped to Umbreon there
Yeah,
to fight this thing earlier.
That's true. That's true.
what I thought you had. Shiny Umbreon, very nice.
Has it got a foul play? Yeah, it does have a foul play.
It will do.
Yep.
Close, but I have a feeling no cigar. Oh,
So if that had crit there,
Brutal.
that would have been a kill.
I mean, Umbreon has got huge bulk, and if it still do that much,
That it does.
Yeah, that
it's
is
crazy.
monstrous.
Yeah. Dragon Dance
Big
T-Tar.
Sue's coming out. Ooh,
Yeah.
the Spore can finally hit because there's no grass type to be immune to
Yeah.
it now. The Venusaur's gone down.
And again, like in one of the earlier rounds, no reason not to use it here, just to
exactly.
make it safe.
Power up punch, very nice.
Power up punch
Yep.
to get the kill, which is nice because you get the boost and the kill.
Yeah.
Yep. And what
It
can
always
Tacky
feels
Bling
bad
do?
when you let something finish you off with a power up punch. You're like, ugh. Not only has my mom
Yeah.
gone down, but they've gotten stronger.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
the
it goes
max
down.
punch.
take it out.
Priority gets it.
So then you could also think, hang on a minute, if I didn't, also if Wev didn't reflect earlier, then that Starmie could have been a lot healthier if he would have maybe switched it out. So was it the better play to use the Reflect earlier and keep it healthy, or was it better to, maybe send out Umbreon earlier as a switch in?
I was going to say, I think it was probably the right play, but you should have switched Umbreon out instead of letting Mega Venusaur die, I think.
Well, because putting Starmie into range of the Mach Punch is bad, because it means that Starmie then is pretty useless for the rest of it. Whereas you kind of want Umbreon to go down so that you can bring a Starmie clean on this and then hit it with a Psychic.
Weirdly, we never actually see the item for this Breloom, whether it was Focus Sash or
Z.
Could have been a Z. Well, probably not a Z move with its current move pool because of Technician.
I would guess Sash, unless it was.
Could be a flying resist berry or a psychic resist berry. Maybe we don't
psychic
know.
resist berry could be good.
Could have been hype and then killed back with a power up with a bullet seed, but we don't know. Don't know.
It was good play anyway. Didn't even come into Didn't matter. She still won.
Didn't need an item.
Exactly.
She didn't post the set afterwards, did she?
I don't believe so.
Don't believe so.
No, okay. We will never know.
Big Sue's putting in work.
Big Sue's to fill.
Yeah. Very good game there.
Yeah.
So lots of back and forth play, switching about. Yeah. That is
Yeah, you can kind of tell they're more of experienced players out of the lot. You would think with, good switching, nice tech.
Yeah,
for sure.
And only 17 turns as well.
Nice quick one.
Nice quick one. Though I don't think it was the quickest match that was played.
Oh no,
I was
going to say,
got the quickest one up next.
Speaking of quick ones, our next match, was it this one? I can't actually remember. So we've got Tan versus Marian.
Yes, this is a quick.
Yeah.
So we've had simultaneously the longest and the quickest match in history.
What is the quickest match in League history?
It was 149 John versus Ray.
No, that's the longest.
The shortest. Oh,
I've had the joint shortest. I'm pretty sure, but I think it was 7 turns. I think
7 turns. I mean, that's like pretty much as good as you can get.
Yeah,
6 is
6.
the absolute record.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone equaled it.
Yeah,
but I think it was me versus Stu.
I don't know if this will be quick. I don't know what the actual turn count on this, but obviously there's only 3 mons, not 6 mons to kill. So
yeah.
What do you think of the teams? What do we think of the teams?
I brought the Steelix, like I said last week.
Yeah, I'm liking what they brought. We've got the Guja, which is the new addition to Tan's team, and the Steelix coming. So using that lower tiered mon that's been shelved up till now. No Claydol.
No Claydol.
No Claydol. And on Marian's side, we are seeing the Tapu Koko.
There it is.
The Hydreigon.
Koko.
And a tentacle.
Yeah, it's massively strong team coming.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah, I looked at that lineup. I was like, oh, well, this is done. It's super strong.
We shall see.
We shall see how's it go. So, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Guja hits the field first. This thing is probably going to be able to eat most things from this.
Dragon versus Dragon.
Surprisingly, a lot of damage coming from. But then
I feel like
every single one of Hydreigion's stats are over 90.
Yeah.
So even its mixed stuff is still going to do damage.
That was insane, though. Yeah.
Big Draco Meteor. And then
in comes Koko.
Out here,
nice predicts. Goes into the ground type Steelix.
Lovely. Lovely.
Now, this is a choice-banded Steelix.
This is a choice-banded Steelix.
A choice-band crit Earthquake.
Yep.
It's
like,
the only damaging move
Gleam.
he's got for the Steelix is
Dazzling Gleam, and that's it.
And there we go.
4 turns. Okay, that is a league record.
That was an absolute slugfest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, bam.
Earthquake the shit out of
Earthquake the shit out of
Earthquake all the way to China.
Doesn't have anything to get through a Steelix.
I mean,
what,
grass
what could
knot,
it even
maybe?
Once the levitation
It
hydrogen's
does get
down.
grass knot, I think.
Yeah.
So that would have been its only sort of option. But I still don't think that would have one-shot.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm trying to see if I can get a damage count quickly, just to...
Because without the
See.
stab, without the magnet, without the electric terrain boost, it's only coming off, 90 base special? So it's not actually doing a lot of damage. So I don't think that's going to be even close to killing a Steelix
You just
full.
fill for time.
Yes, I can fill for time.
Okay,
Don't you
so-
worry.
We can
as-
suddenly fill water.
So just a zero defense, but 252 HP Steelix only takes 42 to 50% from grass knot.
Ooh,
So
okay.
yeah,
There you go.
like even modest. Even if Tapu Koko was modest, it's going to take 46 to 55.
Yeah.
55.
And
yeah.
it will still
So-
die to the earthquake.
Yeah.
Though it may be
Damn.
the best mon in the league, it has counters and can be absolutely destroyed by a Steelix.
by a
so
tier
there you
4.
go. Tier 4
I think
Steelix.
Steelix is probably one of the best counters, to be honest. It's
Ground
a ground
steel type.
steel, physically defensive,
Yeah.
which is all things that Tapu Koko does not like.
That's got to be adamant choice band full attack Steelix. That's fantastic. That's awesome.
That's what it needed to be.
I definitely
It did
feel
its
like
job.
I feel like Rob has started to add his influence in a little bit. Like, right, first of all, you're up against the team with Tapu Koko. Bring that Steelix.
Because he hates Tapu Koko.
He hates Tapu Koko. He's the #1 purveyor of banned Tapu Koko.
He is.
I mean, but beyond that, looking at, there's a Magnezone on the back bench there. We didn't even see hit the field. That will be boosted by electric terrain.
Yep.
Doesn't give a crap. It will resist the electric and the fairy from Tapu Koko,
Yep.
and can hit it back with a huge
Flash
cannon.
yeah.
So like
But that's
this
the
is
other
it's
answer
also
there,
a
like-
big counter to Tapu Koko.
And just
this
in
might
case
be-
it was a special Tapu Koko, the Goodra is not going to take any damage even from a Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, I was gonna say this might be the worst Tapu Koko like team to go against.
Yeah. Tana's brought the
Yeah.
mons you needed to bring.
See, Rob, what you've done here is you've made Tapu Koko look like trash, so now it's going to be the league. So, good job.
As it should be. As it should be. We've only got one more, league of it. It's gonna be gone in Sword and Shield. So,
You say that until it's added as a special event Pokemon.
Oh,
And everyone goes,
We've added all the Tapus.
I hope they get rid of all the genies. They can go.
Yeah,
They can do well.
fuck right up. can't they?
or Lando, etc.
Yeah,
Lando,
Thundo,
Torno.
Lando, Thundo, Torno.
Yeah, that can sell
well
off.
known.
Right.
Well known.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that's that game then.
should we
Last
move on to
game.
our final game for the evening?
Yeah.
This is it's you versus me through puppeteering.
Yeah, this is an interesting one.
Yes, it's Johnny Pugs versus Becky.
Yes, indeed. Doing the prep for this match and trying to work out what sort of team to bring. This was not easy on paper.
No.
Because the rain is very good for a Mega Blastoise and a Ferrothorn.
Yeah.
So it was like, crap, can't really bring the rain. We identified Shaman was good. Shaman was like the win con, and then the other two mons were like, okay,
Yeah.
at best. So it was just sort of Shaman and some support crew
Yeah. Well,
try and get there.
on our team, so on our side, we were like, hang on a minute. So the rain is very good with the Mega Blastoise. I don't think they bring the rain, although we didn't think that you would bring, also that John would bring, Swampert without a Pelipper. We thought either it's Swampert and Pelipper or it's no Swampert, no Pelipper. But bringing the Swampert on its own was a bit like, okay. But what we were expecting was the Hitmontop. Because the Hitmontop sort of was like the
Okay.
best against kind of everything else.
Yeah. We were like, okay,
Yeah.
pretty well against the Ferrothorn. You could rapid spin away stuff. You can kick it in the face. Like, it does okay. Like,
Yeah, it's something to get through
Hitmontop was
Ferrothorn.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What what triggered me the most to think that the Hitmontop would come, is that I looked at its abilities, and one of its abilities is if it gets flinched, it speed raises. And I was like, I know Joe. He's going to look at that and think that's absolute gold.
No, I'm going to think it's shit because you died of one bloody air slash anyway. So what do you care about?
Well, it played quite a large part in the Togekiss's eventual set.
Yeah,
because it was an interesting one.
It was. When I saw it, because she played the match when she was around mine,
yeah.
I looked at it and I'm like, baby, what the fuck have you done? This is awful. Like, because the ability it was using didn't have any moves that affected it. Like, to start with, because then she changed it to like the ability it's meant to be.
Yeah, and then, I don't think it quite saved.
Oh, okay, right now I understand it, but still, you're better off just nasty plotting. Like, it gets nasty plot for a reason.
Yeah,
I even did a calc to be like, I know you're going to go with it anyway, but here's why I'm right. This is a shit set.
No, it was great. So the original idea was that, okay, if this is this speed boost, whatever, Hitmontop, and if it is going to be a problem, because it could be.
Which it never would be.
It could be, because it's the most annoying thing for our team, at least. We were kind of discounting the shame in a bit.
It just dies, but okay.
We were thinking that, okay, so we don't want to flinch it, because Togekiss is so important that we want to keep Togekiss around as long as possible. So what else can we do? Okay, well, we can give it a high crit move instead. So what was the flying equivalent? It's not was it air slash? Yeah, air slash, which I think does slightly less.
No,
than...
air slash is the flinch one. That's the one.
What's the other one?
Your Razor Wind.
Razor Wind, something like that. Yeah, but basically there was a physical move that did slightly less, but it had a high crit ratio. So
wasn't it Air Cutter?
Oh, Air Cutter, that's the one. That's the one.
It's special and special, but has a high.
Oh, okay,
ratio.
that's the special one.
Yes. So the plan was to whack on a scope lens, and give it the ability Super Luck, and have the high crit chance move. But you can't have Air Cutter and Super Luck on the same set because it's incompatible. So then we ended up making a compromise, keeping the Super Luck, so you got a high chance for crit, keeping the scope lens, so you still got a 25% chance to crit. I think that's how the math works.
I think you're forgetting.
Switching the move to the original.
I was going to say, there's a different item you could have used instead of the scope lens, JP.
It was debuted last season.
Razor Claw?
No.
Zed Tailwind, JP.
Zed Tailwind?
Zed Tailwind Super. Yeah,
that's true, actually.
That'd have been
Missed
better.
the trick there.
Yeah.
Missed the trick.
Remember the hunch?
I didn't think about that.
Zed Tailwind. Tailwind doubles the speed of your whole team for 5 turns, and Zed Tailwind does that, but also raises your crit ratio by 1 stage.
Yeah.
So with Super Luck and your crit raised by 1 stage, you have a 100% crit chance.
Yeah.
So the combination of the two gives you 100% crit and double speed for 5 turns. So
Right,
turns you into a sweeper straight out the box.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't really think about that. I think we just wanted to be able to keep hitting things to try and keep Togekiss as healthy as possible in case you tried to like toxic stall us or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was the
Would
idea.
have helped.
Yeah, we were kind of like, okay, we're going to do this anyway, but if we can get some crits off at the same time, then great, all the better.
Well, should we hop on in?
Yes, see how this unfolds. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. And it leads off with the Hitmontop and goes into Squirt, the Blastoise. On her little table of things that she should do in the game, she put that if Hitmontop comes out, she goes into Togekiss because it quad resists the fighting type with its fairy and flying type. Stab. So
and then
that was not what I was thinking. It was nice that got the toxic off on the switch in.
Ooh, big dazzling gleam.
Yep.
And sadly, John's gone for high jump kick, which, as you have mentioned, is quad resisted.
And if it misses, it's very bad for you.
Yeah.
But
he's doing the toxic stall thing, right? He's toxic, protect.
Do we know what other moves the Hitmontop had?
High jump kick, toxic, protect, and I believe
It was knockoff.
The
that
rapid
could've been
spin, was it? Or?
Rapid spin, maybe?
I can't remember if it was a rapid spin or a priority move. It might have been a bullet punch, which might have been, if it was bullet punch, it would have been better to click than the high jump kick.
Yeah.
But... now here we see, sadly, Grass Knot is being packed by this Togekiss.
Yes.
Beauty of draft is you can prepare for your your opponent's 4 times weaknesses, so it's covering that Grass Knot. Oh, now here we see the Seed Flare taking out the Togekiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, things are looking pretty rough for John. However, you see a huge hidden power fire.
Yeah.
You're going to easily be able to 2-shot that Ferrothorn.
Yep.
Now, so Becky here does a brilliant switches straight out into the Mega Blastoid.
Predicts
And you're going to
power
resist
fire.
that hidden power fire.
Yeah. Toxic is whittling it down, but
Yep.
here we have an interesting turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Goes for the Seed Flare and it misses.
So,
And then
that
goes
Seed
down
Flare
to
does 102 to 122% of a Mega Blastoid with full HP's health. So that Seed Flare would have one-shot it if it had hit, and then the Ferrothorn would have come out and got killed by the Hidden Power Fire before the Toxic had managed to take down the Shaman.
Yeah,
so that miss was crucial.
Was that even if it was running Protect, I think it would have...
Yeah, even with the
still
turn
been
of Protect
fine.
thrown in, it still would have managed to live through Toxics.
Yes.
So John was actually nail-bitingly close to winning this. If that Seed Flare had hit, it would have been his to take home.
Yes.
So
equally, though, you could also say that it could have been more in Becky's favour if any of the moves had critted with a super luck high crit chance.
Well, she still died instantly to Shaman, didn't she?
Yeah, that was the thing.
What I'm thinking is because the first turn of Togekiss versus Hitmontop, Hitmontop eats a Dazzling Gleam for over half its health, which wasn't a crit. So if that had crit, then it would have just been done. Because Seed Flare wouldn't have done
it would have
enough.
only been an extra turn or 2 of toxic damage.
Yeah, saved. Yeah.
Well, maybe with trying to roost around, I don't know, could have been awkward, but
maybe
no crits were had on the super luck.
Unfortunately, no crits were had.
I mean, it only hit.
Scope Blades thing.
I guess it hit 3 times. Didn't it?
Hit
'Cause it hit 2 Dazzling Gleams and a
Grass
Grass Knot. The Grass Knot crit didn't matter because it did 100% anyway.
Yeah.
And the second Dazzling Gleam didn't matter because it was killing
It's
anyway.
low health anyway.
Yeah. It was only
But
that
first Dazzling Gleam. Which is why if you'd gone for the Z Tailwind.
And you would have guaranteed been faster than Shaman as well.
Yeah, but then you couldn't have all the moves. You can have all the moves.
Yeah.
All you need is Dazzling Gleam and like air slash.
Do you not use them? I thought you used them.
No, we never saw the air cutter.
Yeah.
No, it was
tech.
it was air slash in the end because air cutter and super didn't work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah, I think anyway. I can't remember. What
So yeah, that was a great match from both sides.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
Yeah,
close, very close.
It was.
Yep.
I liked her spreadsheet she had too. It worked very well. It was,
the spreadsheets are very much like your spreadsheets.
yeah. I mean, they're more in depth than mine, but
she has a game
I suppose
plan
they have
on.
to be when she's learning on. Yeah.
Your spreadsheets are just like no, do not do that.
Just no. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But I was impressed. Both of them doing. It was a good game.
It was a good whole round.
Yeah, really good whole round. I think Becky is the only person to be undefeated so far.
It was close. I don't think John realizes how close it was.
No.
He knows. He doesn't know that Seed Flare would kill, and I don't think I've told him.
I didn't think it was going to kill. No.
Like when it missed, I was like, "Oh, that's nice, that's good," but I didn't realize that
full speed, full special attack, life orb, timid, Shaman, which does 100. I think it was 103 to 122% of a Mega Blastoise with 252 HP and 4 special defense.
Yeah.
So because it was max special attack Blastoise, not no other special defense investment.
That's the thing. Like
that is something.
Seed Flare's 85% accurate, so you are running that risk.
Yeah.
Because like 85% feels like 50%.
Yeah.
So
if this was a regular season match, probably what we would do in this situation, if you were considering bringing a Mega Blastoise against a team with a Shaymin, you would think, okay, how much is a Seed Flare doing to a Mega Blastoise? Look at the likely sets. If Life Orb is a common set, then you would look, okay, well, I get one shot by this thing. So then you would take some points out of special attack, put them into special defense so that you can live a Seed Flare from full HP or whatever.
Yeah, because if you think because we sort of know what or have ideas from playing what Shaymin would do. It's either going to be tanky leftovers or it's going to be Z Celebrate or Life Orb offensive
Yeah, you have to plan for the worst case scenario.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. So that was the games. Good job, team.
That it were.
Well done, gang.
Well played, everyone. Right, let's get on to the substitutions. And starting off on the bat with Wev. He has exchanged his Mega Venusaur for a Mega Lopunny.
Ooh.
So,
he knows what good Megas are.
Yeah, he's seen enough good Megas to go around.
Yeah. Mega Lopunny is something that he has used in the past.
Really?
Yeah, he used it in season 3, I want to say.
Don't remember that.
He used it in the season before I had it. It was the one. Actually, no, it might have been season 2 actually, because it was Dom used it in season 1, and then Wev made his team of all the good bits of everyone else's team.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I think it might have been season 2. Quite remember. How does that leave his team then? He has got 2 fighting types now, and Lopunny and Mienshao are kind of doing the same thing.
It does lower his sort of defensive. Mons that can be defensive as well. It's really only on Umbreon.
Yeah.
Uxie as well down there.
Was Uxie that defensive?
Yeah. Uxie's
it's the
big woolly one.
I think his team, apart from the Umbreon and the Uxie, he's got a lot of fast offense, and it is kind of mostly physical with the Lopunny, Entei, and the Mienshao. But yeah, that is an offensive team. Plus 2 walls.
Click buttons and hit
plus
things.
2 walls. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, I like that team because he doesn't have to bring the Mienshao. He only needs to bring 3 of them, so he can make a really good 3 mon.
Exactly. You could bring Lopunny, a Starmie, and then a wall, and that's a perfectly balanced 3 mon team.
As a 6, I preferred his previous iteration, but for 3s, then hell yeah, pick that Lopunny.
Still fine. Yeah, for sure.
That's a really solid fighting Psychic Dark.
I think he's gonna switch to Alakazam next.
No, there's that and Mega Garchomp left, I guess.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen a Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam is really good.
It's really good.
That's right. When we first looked through the teams, it's like, well, I could have a Mega Alakazam here, or you could have a Mega Lopunny here. You could have a Tapu Koko here.
Yeah.
They're finally understanding.
So let's go to the next one. So this is gonna be Becky, and she actually made. Oh, sorry, Becky actually made no changes. So
no changes.
Skip that one. Yeah. Kit. I love talking about Kit's draft. He has made 2 changes. One of them, certainly for the better. He has changed, well, maybe not for the better, but it's not necessarily detrimental to the team. And that was Sylveon for Azelf. Azelf is a really interesting pick.
Oh, Azelf's cool. I like an Azelf.
Yeah.
Great lead. Can be a suicide lead. Oh, and it's got huge special attack, huge attack, and huge speed. Frail as anything, but it can be a good sweeper and a hell of a lead. So in fact, it's one of the best leads in the entire game.
And it was on your season 2 champion squad, wasn't it?
Indeed, yes, indeed.
Yeah, it can set up rocks, screens, explode, U-turn if it wants to, out
self-destruct or explosion.
Explosion.
Explosion, I believe.
The good one, and it can taunt. And
I don't think it gets explosion. I'm just looking.
It definitely gets explosion.
According,
I mean, Azelf, according to Smogon, definitely gets, because it's in the suicide lead set.
I'm blind, my bad.
But it's literally the suicide lead set. It's Stealth Rock, Explosion, Taunt, and Knockoff.
You're right.
It's very specific, very specific.
Yeah, very, very good.
Any other
changes? One more. Well, knowing Kit, he couldn't stay away from the 4 times weaknesses. So he got rid of the Haxorus, which didn't have a 4 times weakness, and he's picked up a 4 times weekness in Heracross.
Yeah,
4 times weakness to flying.
big bug.
You had to make
love
sure.
Mega
You had to
Heracross.
make sure.
Yeah,
So it still has 4 Pokemon with a 4 times weakness on it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's got to be deliberate, right?
Wouldn't be a kit. to do
Comment
that.
if it's deliberate. 'Cause, oh,
Please
it's
let us
got to
know.
be.
God. All right, I love me some Heracross. Obviously, I had Mega Heracross last season.
Yep.
It's 2 good abilities in Guts and Moxie. So, like, probably the regular version is better than the Mega, I think. Like, because it has, access, so you can run Choice Scarf. You can Choice Scarf, Moxie, Heracross. Like, it's almost a mini Salamence.
Yeah, in one of those, what was it? It's not under the radar. One of those videos. How good was it actually? They did a video on Heracross.
The False Swipe Gaming.
Full Swipe Go, that's the one. And yeah, they praise regular Heracross quite highly until like the later gens when some of the newer stuff starts coming out and
Yeah, it got power crept a little
creeping
bit.
happens. And then they bring up Mega Heracross. They're like, oh, by the way, this thing's amazing.
185 attack. Like,
yeah.
all right.
So yeah, just makes Heracross really, really nice option.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very good mon. That's a solid pickup right there.
This is a very good one. I guess we should say when it Mega Evolves, it gets. Did you say it gets Skill Link?
It's Skill Link.
Yeah,
yes.
this isn't the Mega version though, but that's why I didn't mention it because it's just the regular.
Gotcha. Yeah, but yeah, really, really strong mon. Really good stats as well. Cool. Right, next up we have Ben. And Ben, let me just check. He has made no changes. Next is Matthew, and Matthew has made 2 changes. So he's changed his Mega from the Mega Scizor into a Weavile. Weavile.
Interesting.
That is interesting, isn't it? What do you make of that change? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I've used Weavile. It does one job very well. In fact, exceedingly well. Almost better than anybody else in the entire game at doing that one job.
Probably the best revenge killer, right?
Yeah. Immensely good revenge killer. Just has huge knockoff, and if you want to use pursuit as well, has a huge pursuit.
Yeah,
so,
pursuit trapping.
Yeah, you can do some tricky, nasty stuff with it. Also gets priority in Icicle Shard.
Yeah, it's got really nice offensive typing and great stats to do exactly what it wants to do, and
great stab moves as well. Like, for those,
Yeah, and sword stance and taunt. It's you can do tricky stuff and defensive stuff with it, but what it doesn't have is any coverage. Like its best coverage move outside of dark and ice type is Brick Break.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Like, looking at it now, it's got nothing that you would want to use. Get Aerial Ace maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
That's it.
That's 60 power.
Yeah, that's when your 4th best option for attacking move is Aerial Ace.
Yes.
Shit.
Aerial Ace or like X Scissor, and that's
X Scissor, and then other than that you're like Slash. Good old regular
slash.
Which I used to think was the best move in the game in Red.
The high crit
ratio. It crits all the time, kills everything.
Then when it did, put it on a fast mon, slash their heads off.
It's actually usually used as move, Slash.
I mean, probably. Why wouldn't it be?
It is down there,
In what situation would you click Slash over clicking either Icicle Crash or Knockoff?
Yeah.
No, it gets like a steel rock type. No, that's the time you wouldn't want to use it.
Yeah.
Low kick, anything.
Against an ice.
What resist dark?
An ice against another ice dark type. There you go.
A dark fairy type.
Yeah, then you can click Slash. No, dark fairy, you just use Icicle Crash. It'd have to be a dark ice type.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then does that Slash come in hand?
But if you're fighting against that, you probably want to use X's or something.
Yeah, you want to use that X's.
Or Shadow Claw.
What we're saying
no, not Shadow Claw.
Is,
it's a good mon, but it's limited.
It's a good mon, but limited. But if you use its strength, it can destroy a whole team without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, it can be a very capable sweeper, a very good user of Z moves. It's good. It's good. He has made one more change, which you can put on the screen now, and that is Jan Mega's made it onto the team instead of Roserade.
That's a big upgrade for me. I think Yanmega is.
I like Rosa Raid, but yeah, Yanmega's good.
Yanmega's cool, powerful, and really good for a tier 3 as well. It feels tier 2able, to be honest, to me.
Yeah, it's got really cool abilities. Ray loves this mon.
Yeah, and it performed very well for him before as well. Just killing everything left, right, and centre.
Speed boost set, like as his win con, essentially.
And it's a dragonfly, not a dragon flying type. It's a bug flying.
It's a bug flying.
It's a bug flying.
Not a dragon.
I can never get that in my head.
Doesn't mean it hates stealth rocks, of course. There's another 4 times.
4 times, yeah.
And with an ice type picked up, that's two stealth rock weaknesses added to Matt's team. So
yes.
Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, actually, but you know. Does Yanmega get okay, Yanmega is his removal, which is
his default gear.
Not the best.
Not the best.
But at least he has the option.
True.
Yeah.
And they may just die quickly enough so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
True.
With that team.
Right. Next up. So if you thought his team was good before, wait till you see it now. Sebastian has dropped Jirachi for Mew and Incineroar for Doublade.
That is an upgrade. Mew, as I've said before, is the #1 pick in Draft League for me. Like, it's the mon I would rate that should be taken first every time.
The most versatile mon in Draft League by far. Can learn any TM in the game. Has a really good move pool anyway. Has 100 base stats across the board. Great ability in Synchronize to help just be annoying with statuses. This thing can do practically anything.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Practically as Metronome, so it can do everything.
And transform, so it can do everything.
And transform, and it can do it better. Choice Scarf, transform,
and then let's talk about Doublade.
How that works.
I think
if you choose transform,
and then you can choose a different move. I think that's how it works.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, because Choice Scarf Ditto was the thing before.
That's because Ditto.
Yeah, but that's because it's got Imposter.
But you could do it before Imposter was a thing.
Oh, could you?
And
okay.
And Imposter was just a straight upgrade to Ditto.
Yeah, because it has unleashed.
Because then you didn't need to do the thing. But yeah, if this wasn't an S tier team before, it is an S tier team now.
It's definitely an S tier team now, yeah.
And he's still managed to keep all of the cores. He's got the Psychic, the Dark, the Fighting. He's got the Dragon, the Fairy, the Steel, and he's got the Fire, Water, and Grass. He's got all of them.
How do you kill a fucking Doublade?
Yeah.
It's like you think, okay, all these are really powerful, and then there's a Doublade that he's added. It's
so
how the fuck do you kill this mon?
Got absolute massive physical wall. Like in my game versus Tom Goodsir, this thing was nigh on unkillable. You just stick an Eviolite on it, and then suddenly its defense stat is even bigger.
Yeah, it's got 9 type resist, and with an Eviolite.
Yeah,
you need to knock it off and then fire blast it.
You
need
to hit it on special and knock it off.
Yes.
The thing is, it does get no guard, which is kind of the thing. Like, so those fire blasts will hit it.
Yes. No guard means every move it uses will hit, and every move that hits it will always hit.
Yeah.
So
that's if it didn't have that, it would be like even better.
Yeah, because it can't be exploited itself, so it's pretty much just a detriment to Doublade.
Yeah, it's just toxic, really. Rock Slide, toxic and Rock Slide. The only thing that benefits from
Earthquake.
That's already.
Earthquake's 100%.
Oh yeah, it's 100%.
Unless you're getting sand attacked or something, or mud slap powder.
If we allowed
big old mud slap powder.
We allowed that swagger, then you know.
Oh god. Yeah. So this thing is busted good, and he's got his physical wall in that. He's got a special wall, kind of improver in it. It does a good enough job of it.
Mew is a horrendous wall as well.
Yes.
Full HP, full special defense, Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, Shaman can be bulky.
Nothing like that.
And as we've seen in the last game, Shaman can also hit really hard as well. And then even if that's not hitting hard enough, you've got Hydreigon and Infernape. Even Doublade can hit hard.
Yeah.
Or Mew.
Even
you can also
sword
stance and nasty plot and agility and just kill your whole team if you want to.
Spec Free Marina if you want.
This is like the impossible to to build best team. You got
This
like
boy
the best
knows
thing
how
in
to
draft.
take, like, yeah,
Two of the best tier
how to make a
twos.
six.
Oh, I've just seen who he's against next max as well.
Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right.
Yeah, this team is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to his like proper drafts team in the the next season if he chooses to join.
Could you make this any better?
competition in the
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm interested to see whether you can still pull off a very good team with an extra 19 possibly people. Like,
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
hey, this is going really well, and then by pick 4, Mew, Hydreigon, and then Shaman are all gone. You're like, this is going well.
was going.
If Seb had to make a change for the final round, I would keep everything, but I would
Except
change.
Shaman or Primarina.
Yeah, maybe.
I would change his to one of his tier 3s.
Okay, I would maybe change Mew for Mega Alakazam to give it a try.
Oh yeah.
To give it a try. Why
I
not?
mean, why not, right?
Yeah, I guess
Sadly, you can't
it's
have
just a
both
straight
in this
switch.
format.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I said do that. You can have the Season 3 champ squad.
Yeah.
Right. Next.
Yep.
Next is Tan, and Tan has made 2 changes.
Changed it up.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she has got, instead of the Magnezone, she now has a Breloom.
Spicy.
And instead of the Houndoom, she's got a Galvantula.
Much
Interesting
better.
swaps.
Yeah, much.
Galvantula's a million times better than that Hound.
Then Houndoom, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
as cute though. Right.
Not as well. It's kind
Cute,
of cute.
very little,
As far as spiders go,
It's not a hellhound though.
What? Are you, a hellhound is cute.
It's a doggo.
Yes.
It's a doggo.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm kind of on PK with this. It's cute.
Not only is it cute, it's fierce. It's great.
Yeah.
But anyway, Galvantula,
Look at
much
the
better.
little fluffy spider.
So aside from being a cute spider, it's really fast. It's got a decent special attack stat. It's got the ability Compound Eyes, which
which is
helps
good.
boost its accuracy.
Yep.
Thunder. Use that thunder.
Yes.
So it means it can use more powerful moves on its regular set because they are more accurate.
But the main draw for it is the best sticky webs user. One of the best sticky webs users
Yeah,
in the whole
yeah,
game.
Yeah, you
One of
remember
the best,
Rabombi,
yeah.
you're like, oh, is it the best?
You remember Bombi and then you remember Smiggle and like stuff
Oh,
like that
yeah.
as well. Like,
Yeah, Shuckle.
Shuckle. Like, yeah.
They're a good
Sticky webs are really good. Like, they're really
Sticky
fucking
webs.
good.
Yeah, sticky webs, it lowers the speed, so it's an entry hazard, and it lowers the speed of any grounded, non-flying, non-levitating mons when they enter battle. So really, really strong, particularly on teams that use things like Moxie, because it can really help that mon to hit first and not die to get off a sweep through killing things and getting the boost.
Yeah, it's an anti-sweep
So,
tool.
for example, Breloom, the other mon Tan has just picked up, is pretty slow. It's like got base speed 80. However, if every mon that it's up against has its
70
speed
base
lowered
speed.
by 1 stage, then even with a 70 base speed, it can outspeed a lot of things.
Yep.
Probably everything if it's fully speed invested.
Yes.
And just use advantage of its 130 base attack. Yeah,
so what
which is
were we talking about? Breloom again,
massive.
sorry.
Really,
Breloom, yeah,
130 base tag, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so its only downside is its speed. If it can be fast and everything, spore them and kill
Yeah.
them, Breloom
Yeah.
can absolutely
Yeah. So-
tear teams apart.
Yeah, like
And her
as we're
team
going
is
on with
quite slow, except for the Gyarados, but the Gyarados actually does get the Moxie ability that I mentioned before. So really, this is
Sticky
just
Web's
yeah, and
really
Great.
good for this team.
Great
with
upgrade.
the sticky webs, it also means you don't have to run as much speed on your mons if that's what you're doing. So you can make your mons bulkier.
Yeah, true.
You make your mons bulkier instead of speed because if you're going to be faster, because that's why last season I had Rabombi, you get sticky webs, and Mega Heracross, who is a very slow but a tanky and has hits like a truck. So
Yes.
that's one,
I mean, Mega Heracross and Breloom are pretty comparable in they're the same. They hit like
Exactly.
a truck, but they're
Yeah.
slow,
Yeah.
and they both have a 4 times weakness to fly.
Exactly. So sticky webs work both offensively and defensively for your, for you.
Yeah.
So it was a good pickup.
definitely,
very
definitely.
good.
This round, I was kind of like, this is the one where Rob has had an influence because I feel like the Breloom is definitely a Robmon. The Galvantula, well, could be a Rob mod, but with the match that was just played,
Rob is not her coach, right?
No, but
he's got his claws in there.
He is her boyfriend.
Those boyfriends, they just can't help sticking their oar in, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so this is a great pickup. I wonder if Rob has had an influence or not, but I suspect so.
Rob doesn't give a fuck.
Rob doesn't give a he doesn't give a hoot. Cool. Then 2 teams left, and neither of them made changes. So both Marian and Alana have made no changes. Oh, sorry, have I missed John?
I was going to say there's
John.
I missed John. Oh yeah,
John
John also. Yeah, he's also made no changes. Sorry, yeah, there was 3 left.
Okay.
There we go. Then.
Yeah. Okay. So that is all the teams that are coming into the next round. Obviously, in the final round, which will be played after this upcoming one, they can change all 6 of them if they want.
Yep, and just whatever, as long as they adhere to the tier structure. So they can't have 6 tier 1s, for example. But you know.
Yes. Yeah. But this is the best time for Tan to get rid of the Claydol.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yep.
Claydol is fine.
Well,
cool. Yeah, so matchups for next round.
Next round, first of all, we have Wev versus Becky.
Ooh.
So if it's gonna be, it's the most experienced player in the beginner league versus the undefeated player of the beginner league. So can Wev put a stop to Becky's rampage?
I mean,
outrage.
He's already questioned and commented saying that he's not sure he can win this one. However, Becky is also thinking the same. So you gotta be more confident, people. Come on, I'm trying to teach you these things.
And for that reason, I'm backing myself out of nowhere.
Straight up, that's it. I'm taking your team over. I've got. No.
Oh god. Yeah, that's. What do we think of that? That's with the new addition. Becky's not changed anything this round, correct? Whereas Wev has picked up a lot of
Lupiny.
Yeah, a lot of Lopanies. So
matchup-wise, it's a bit of a weird matchup, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got a couple of fighting types. I think like
Togekiss looks pretty good.
If she went like defensive, so maybe like Ferrothorn, Cure, and Arcanine. Ferrothorn, Cure, and Arcanine.
Tears through Becky's whole team, right?
What's it going to do?
The right coverage.
What coverage does it get? I've never used it.
Return and high jump kills the entire team.
Well, return and high jump
unless
high jump kit doesn't kill Ferrothorn. Does a good chunk. Don't kill it. It's got massive defense.
All right, back to the calcs. Keep stalling. Keep stalling.
I mean, that or drain punch. That's the other thing to do. Just drain punch a Ferrothorn, and it goes, "No, wait, stop."
Yeah, drain punch is probably good. But Leap Seed, drain punch off. Who wins?
The drain punch wins.
The drain punch wins.
Protect. It's just gonna get high jump kicked.
Rocky Helmet and Spite and Iron Barbs.
I mean, yeah.
It's a risky game to play, Joe. It's a risky game to play.
But I mean, you could just high jump kick into. Does it get quick attack? Does it?
I for one would like to advocate that Wev bring the
high jump kick into Ice Punch definitely
last resort
kills,
set.
no matter what. High jump kick into Ice Punch will kill.
How much is the high jump kick doing?
75 to 88 and that's against a bold full HP full defense.
There you go. Yeah.
Oofed.
Low put. Like, there's an Intimidate on the Arcanine.
I was going to say, that was jolly.
Side,
like,
but...
Adamant is obviously even more powerful. It's 81 to 97.
81 to 97.
Obviously, that's why I think maybe Arcanine, maybe a Kyurem?
If it misses that high jump kick, though, it's taking 50% of its HP, and then even if it does hit on the next one,
you're so afraid of high jump kick.
It's so bad.
It's 90% accurate.
I got swayed by JP into thinking he wouldn't use it, and he killed me with it. So
yeah, it's great if you can play mind games with it, but otherwise, if it misses, you lose the game. If you miss,
yeah.
Well, if you miss with a normal move, miss with a normal move, you're probably gonna die anyway.
You'll take a hit, but you won't like get half your HP knocked out, so you definitely die to the next attack.
if you're on a sweeper and if you miss with your Hydra pump, you're gonna die. So you might as well hit your most damaging move, even if it has a slightly bigger drawback. The drawback is still you die, so you might as well do the one with the biggest pro.
Yeah, but the fact that it can miss, and if it does miss, then it's the move where if it misses, you lose the game. Whereas other things, usually they always hit.
90%. It's more accurate than
Like
a lot
focus
of
blast
moves.
and
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Jim. There are things you can
Focus
do.
Blast is run on like
Don't
every
worry.
bloody coverage set.
A lot of things that run focus blast though live another hit. So, yeah, I really don't rate high jump kick. It's very scary.
You scared.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Scared.
But I don't rate it at all, and I hate it, and I don't suggest webs use it.
I highly suggest using it.
I
'cause it's
highly
fantastic.
suggest
Although
web
maybe
use it.
don't use against Ferrothorn, who's prone to using Protect. Anyone that are prone to using Protect, maybe don't be throwing the high jump kick around.
Yeah.
Use that power up punch or that drain punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but high jump
It's
kick is a
ridiculous.
fantastic move.
Yeah.
I have no more. Okay, game 2
Cool.
is Kit versus Alana.
Oh.
So Alana had made no changes. Kit picked up the Heracross and the Azelf.
Oh, we got the Mega Venusaur versus the regular Venusaur.
Oh,
Or again, Mega Venusaur versus Mega Tyranitar, as
Yeah.
she had in her last
Yeah.
match.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The eternal rivals.
she's done this. She's done this matchup.
Done this shit before. Yeah.
Seen. Oh, yeah, done that.
Well, yeah, Alana has got the big psychic type to take out Venusaur.
But
What?
Kit also has the big psychic type
I was
to
gonna say-
take out the Venus.
But what's Alana gonna do against Heracross?
What's Alana going to do against Heracross? Let's have a look.
What I want to see.
Click
I mean, if
psychic
it's
on
spored-
Reuniclus.
I was gonna say it'll get spored maybe. 'Cause it's pretty
Yeah,
slow.
it can be
Actually, no, it's
spored.
faster
Wheezing.
than Breloom. It's
Wheezing.
faster than Breloom. Yeah.
Wheezing
Yes.
is
Yeah.
what?
Wheezing.
Wheezing rolls it
Wheezing
pretty
is the ultimate mega.
horrendously.
Is the ultimate mega Heracross counter, let alone regular Heracross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Mm.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting match. See who that goes. Next match is Ben versus Marianne, but Marianne is on holiday in
China.
China.
Hopefully
So-
she makes it back.
So you're not allowed to talk about China in any kind of online media. It's just
Oh,
against the law.
apparently so.
You'll get us cut. So
Blizzard's gonna, ban us.
But yeah, Ray said whether another coach might step in. I might
Yeah.
take up the reins of Marian's team
Take up that
to
Coco.
fight Ben. Yeah, I don't know, or if anybody else fancies it.
we'll
see.
all
Or if-
fight.
Or Ben has sort of lost the will to live after his match this round,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
his
maybe-
experience thus far in the
Maybe he
trainer
needs a little
league.
bit.
So
Great.
Oh, poor guy.
he might just have a break, or just might not come back. So we'll see.
I mean, that's not what we want. But
That is
you
not
can
what we want,
understand
no.
after that 120 slog.
Yeah.
You'll have to coerce him. Bring him back.
By
We'll see.
smashing him in
You'd be
with
like,
the Tapu
Yeah,
Koko.
Smash him.
kicking his ass with the
See,
You'll
this is
like
what-
it.
If you stick with me, this is what you could be.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to tempt him with power.
Look how good this could be.
One
could be
master
like me.
for one learner.
Next up, we have Matt versus Tan. Ooh, let's have a look. The new Weavile versus the Sticky Webs team of Tan now. Ooh.
Steelix wins the game.
Felix wins the game.
Yeah.
Steelix wins the game.
Beats Weavile.
I mean, what about
Beats
Yanmega?
Raikou.
Kind of beats a Raikou, unless it's running Aura Sphere.
It's only really Gengar and
it's gonna get-
Swamp,
Yanmega's gonna bug buzz it.
but Steel type resist it.
Your type will resist it.
I mean, sure, it's special. So if
I
it
mean-
gets some good coverage for Steelix, then yeah,
Yeah.
Mega's great. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, hitting
choice-
half fire will be enough.
a choice specs bug
Finish it
buzz
off.
is still gonna do a lot.
Yeah. Actually, that's interesting. The Yanmega does not give a hoot about sticky webs, because even if it was grounded, it's still got the speed boost ability.
Yeah.
Still got speed boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are ways to win.
Yeah, I think that could be an interesting one. It depends, it depends if Tan can get up some sticky webs and start going to Breloom or Mega Gyarados town, then we're gonna have some Spicy stuff.
Yeah, they're both very scary. I think Tan has more potential to make the team very scary, but this new team from Matt is untested.
It could be, like Intimidate Crocodile, Speed Boost Specs Yan Mega. Like, you think maybe that's...
It's two very offensive teams going up against each other, which is going to be
so
pretty
offensive
explosive.
to my eyes. Oh, I just can't look at it. Oh, it's Claydol.
You leave that Claydol alone.
I'm sorry. I'll stop ripping into Claydol at some point.
Once you draft it.
Once I have to draft it, yes.
Nothing left, JP. Claydol's still there.
Drafts Claydol.
It's a psychic type and also a rapid spinner and a stone setter.
It's a levitating ground type. They're pretty rare. Pretty
good.
It's got some immunities.
But, he's going to be over that stuff. He's basically a poor man's Landorus.
Got the highest.
That's a bit of a stretch.
The highest
A levitating
defense
ground type, JP.
in the game. Highest special defense ground type in the game. Let that sink in.
Well, that's like saying Omastar is the most specially attacking rock type. It's still a trash mod.
Omastar is not a trash mod. It's very situational.
Whoa.
A lot of things just got said there, and I'm having to stop.
Stealth Smash, Swift Swim, Omastar is going to wreck your face.
Maybe.
Right. Final match is Sebastian versus Johnny Pucks.
Oh.
That's right. It falls to me and John to try and work out what the fuck to do.
Your strongest boy versus the strongest opponent.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what we do here. I think I know what we do. I've had a quick look. But
Well, on the plus side, he doesn't have an electric type.
yeah.
That's
And
one
it's
thing he
a
doesn't
shaman off. It's a shaman off.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's a shaman off. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. I've got a few ideas floating around.
Oh, you're not gonna give away any strats for this one.
No.
Well, let me come in.
I'm not going to give away my...
Well, let me tell you, he's going to set up the rain.
Yeah. If I was
Turn
like,
one,
maybe
rain.
Yeah. Maybe rain for this rain team.
Maybe
Good. Yeah, I believe that's all of the matches.
Yes.
Some interesting ones to look forward to again.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be anything like the last round that just played, I'm super looking forward to it.
They are evolving. They are learning.
Come so far in these, 4 matches.
This is way more practice and coaching than we had when we started. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally
Just
got
thrown in and had to work it out.
Come on, Ray, where's your quality? That's my knee. Right. And on that note, I think it's time to end.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us on another episode of All Out Pummeling. Hopefully more japes to come.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Catch you next time.
We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Peace out.